friends. Today I want to start working on Mother's Day's flowers, and as I was walking over here, I never know the difference. Are they an azalea or a hibiscus? They're big red flowers, and I was thinking if I did some flowers and put them in a vase, and this would be the very beginnings of some Mother's Day art pieces that we can do. So this is just a piece of wood, real thin piece of wood that I found, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to use oil pastels, oil paint, and maybe some color pencil. I don't know. I'd like to try that. But the idea is to do a vase, some contour drawings of some flowers, and those flowers that I saw were those big red ones with that stem, or for pollination or whatever, and I want to do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I like how smooth this piece of wood is, and I'm going to try it out. So first I'm going to sketch it out, I think, and see what happens. And then from there I'm going to start working on the painting. So this is an old easel. I've had this easel for about 25 years. So it's got some time on it. It's traveled a lot with me. Got a pencil I'm going to start with. And I think I'm going to start the flower up here. Kind of a big old azalea. If it's an azalea, maybe it's a hibiscus, I don't know. And it's a contour drawing. So it's kind of fun. And what I like to focus on in the next couple weeks is Mother's Day flowers that people can draw for their moms or their wives that are now moms. And I'm going to put this stem down. Alright, that's one. And these things are going to kind of cross over each other, and I'm going to kind of color all about, so I'm not worried if my lines cross each other. I'm going to use that to my favor. Do three big ones, I think. About that. Yeah. And I'm going to draw kind of a tall vase. With a little bit of decoration on it. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to put it on a table. And then, what are those things called? Doilies or whatever? A doily. Some decoration down here. Just notice this wood, when I pressed into it, it pushed into the wood some. That might be fun to almost do some relief in it. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, this immediately wants a background somehow. So let's put this near a window. That's okay. Alright. A window. That's pretty fun. Okay, and then I think we should put something over here somehow, balance it, right? So I'm just going to do some lines, pretend wallpaper or something. go. Just kind of having a good time, that's all. The goal. Moms do a lot for us, so let's give them a little bit of art. It's the least that we can do. I'm going to draw a little bottom to this vase. Kind of. I'd like to maybe put some symbolism somehow. Been fascinated with chairs lately. Chairs and bicycles. I wonder if I just drew in a bunch of chairs. Something about a chair for me now when I look at chairs. And I think of the different people that I have visited. And spent some times in the chairs, you know. Sitting in here in the empty art factory, looking at all the chairs, knowing so many wonderful artists have sat in these chairs with us. And I'm missing that. So I think I'll do some symbolism of chairs. All these chairs are so quiet now here, but typically they are noisy with creativity. I hope soon one day we could have our chairs filled again with everyone being creative. There you go. Now each painting has to have a story, I think. You know, authors, they write in books and put down their stories. And I think paintings should have stories. Kind of using images to tell our story. For all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day month. And for all the grandmas out there, happy Abuela's Day month. Alright, should have enough activity here. If you want to throw in some leaves and whatnot, you could. That might be alright. So now I'm going to start working on some different backgrounds. I'm going to use some oil pastels first and then come in with some oil paint and whatnot. I'm going to use just a little bit of linseed oil on this wood and see what it does. It might be fun. I'm being pretty rough with it. You're more than welcome to being rough with the art. See what happens. Make a good mess. Add some green to my stems. A little brighter than I expected. And then I'm going to darken those up here with some more different shade of green, okay? Wasn't ready for that. Just find a darker green. See what this one does. Not too much difference. I'm going in and out of the lines, but kind of close. I'm noticing that the pencil is doing a little bit of a relief. This wood is a little soft, and I'm really liking that. Gives it different texture. Alright, so the flowers, they're not roses, but they were red, so they're not roses. I'm going to do some different shade of red on these, maybe even add some pink on it. Should be alright. Oh, there you go, that's what I was hoping. So that pencil is making a relief through the oils. Yay. I was hoping that would happen. I like that. Immediately like it. I'm gonna have some fun with that now. Now what I've been saying is the artwork that we've been doing during this time of quarantine, if you end up liking it, please notify Kathy Collins and give a nice donation and contribute. And it can be yours. And the artwork that you purchase, we're going to use that money to help the art factory, the mobile art factory and whatnot. So that'd be cool. We'll make a purple vase. Not all of it. I'm gonna have some color reflections, and I like putting a lot of color down. Feels good. Just need to do it. Now the chairs in the art factory are typically brown, but they're full of color. So I'm gonna mix them up. A little bit of light brown. I'm not going to fill it all in, but I'll come back with my oil paint and add some more, okay? Let's see up here. Let's see if I can find some pink. Bit lighter. So I want to do some red and pink flowers and some red and pink hearts in the background here. For all the birthdays that I've missed, I'd like to wish people some happy belated birthdays. Look at that color coming through, but pencil is also leaving its place. Really like that. Makes me want to color out of the lines big time now. Haha, I like it. I like that a lot. Coloring things I'm not even supposed to be coloring now. I'm popping all over the place. I really like it. Alright. Trying to figure out what colors I'm going to use now. Still nice and bright. Do a little bit of yellow in the background, huh? Again, thank you for doing art with me. I always enjoy it. Hope you do too. I think it's really good for the sole. Alright. Pretty fun. Feels like I need to put a little bit of orange in here, don't I? What do you think? Go. Light blue. Maybe I'll put some light blue in here. Like it's water or something. All right. Put this down. This is what I normally use to open up my oil paints. The lids sometimes are really tight. Now this wood is so smooth that it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to try to blend things. But I'll make it work. Darker purple. These are darker orange. Black. Yeah. I'll try this out. Getting some color down. I think I'm going to wait on the heavier dark colors. I'm going to try to blend some of this now and see what happens. Okay. I'm going to start adding some oil paints. I'm going to give the camera a break just so it doesn't overheat on me. And I'm going to set up the oil paints and then I'll turn on the camera back to show you where I'm at. Okay? Scoot this out. Alright, I'm going to try it from this angle. Got my paints set up. I'm going to use linseed oil. My go-to, right? Might need to get more. Oops. And so I poured, I'm going to use some yellow, orange, white, blue, purple, green. And then I'm going to outline it with some black. I'm going to try it out. Oh, I'm on the fence. Do I go with a smaller brush today? I was using a sable the other day, which I typically don't do. I like using my bristles. Pretty rough. I'm going to go with the bristle again. Pretty inexpensive brush. That I'm going to make a good mess of. So, get some linseed oil on there. I'm going to see how this wood responds to that. Look at that. Pretty quick. Yeah, all right. That happened pretty quick. Let's see. I'm going to add to it, you know. I'm just getting it blended. Get all my rags going here. Alright. I think I'm gonna take advantage of that and see how much I can cover with this dolly down here underneath the vase. Well, I tell you, it's that sound of a brush, the linseed oil smells, seeing the color move around. Ooh, that makes me feel pretty good. Alright, let's see if I get this background, blend some of this background. Probably going to add a little bit of yellow to it. We'll see what happens. Some pink in there. Now again, I'm making this so someone can receive it as a gift. If you give a nice small donation to the art factory, I would love this to be a gift for you. I'm going to use my towel to kind of went somewhere I didn't want to go there. Ah, that's looking a lot better. I like it. Alright, wipe off some of that. And then I'm going to focus on some of the purple and blue and green. And then finish off the yellows and browns. A lot of the artwork, for me, it kind of does its own thing, you know. I really enjoy it. I mean, I get to manipulate it some, but it manipulates me more than anything. And I really enjoy it. teaches me. Yeah. Nice good mess going there. I love it. Oh, you know, I totally forgot about doing my frames. Figure out what we're going to do with that. Let that bleed over, and then I'm going to add another color into it. I like that. I like that a lot. I might use some of that bleed over of the blue into those empty spaces like this. Let that bleed in. Go over my chairs. It's always really fun to do art that you end up enjoying. Like you're not, you're like, oh, I like that. And you're like, all right, I like that too. Hey, all right. Rather enjoy it than be frustrated with it, I'll tell you that. Try not to let frustration ever win. When you're doing art, you know, because they'll show if you're frustrated. That covered over pretty nicely, pretty quick too. Surprised. I like it. Alright, I think I need to add maybe some brown to that window, huh? Do a little respect the wood a little bit there. Add a little brown. Just add that going. Then I'm going to add some oil paint. There we go. Paint finally. Yeah. Well, I like the way that's worked out. It's pretty fun. I really do. Almost afraid to add the paint to it now. But we'll make it work. So I'm going to start with a lighter color. Sometimes when yellow and blue touch, they'll start making green, which is fun. I'd like to thank whoever invented oil paints. They made my life much more enjoyable. I'm going to add just little bits of yellow in different areas here, okay? Like it's bouncing around everywhere. And then we'll come back and finish it with darker colors. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to using some orange. Let's see what that looks like. I forgot to put red down on my pastels, my oil paints. I'm gonna get me some red. Get me some red. Go find me some red paint here. Wipe off this brush. We go find some. Oh wait, we got red here. Yeah, that's nice dark red, crimson red. Let's see what that does. These little tubes. Sometimes I use this handy dandy. Pry these things open. They're hard. That's a really dark red, crimson red, which I can lighten up with white if I want. I might do that. I'm going to add some white first and then come in with some red. My brush still has some orange on it, so that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to add some of that crimson red in, make it nice and dark, lighten it up, and it hits that white. And that. There we go, burning through this red. Very fun. Now, come back. We got some green I can add in. A little darker green, so do some different areas. Let me put some green outside here. All right. We got some blue. Base here. And I'll finish it off with some purple. There we go. Yeah, enjoying that. Do a little spot of purple and maybe some blues on some of these chairs. Just for, they are not all brown any longer. They have a lot of different color on it, which I love. see now. I want to come in and so I want to add a little bit of black to outline, but I also think I'm going to come back with some pencil maybe and do that as well. So let's see what happens here. What I've tried to share with people is I draw, then I paint, and then I come back in and I draw a little bit more. My chair. And what's fun is that some of that pencil is allowing this to kind of still be a relief, which is so cool. As my oil pastel runs over it, you still see the indentation of where the pencil went, which is super cool. I think art's really important for the soul, I really do. And if you get a chance to share your gift, give it to someone or help someone. It's just an extension of yourself, you know? I'm not going to do all the hearts, but a lot of them. This is going to take a couple days to dry. You can frame it. I recommend using Alex over here at the frame shop. He knows how to frame the best around here. Okay, feel pretty good about it now. Sign it. All right. I hope you enjoyed the art. Happy Mother's Day month. It's going to be the theme. Floral for moms. If you'd like this art piece, please get a hold of Miss Kathy Collins online at the Winthrop Arts and get this piece delivered to you. Get a nice close-up of it. There you go. All right. Happy Mother's Day and happy Mother's Month. And happy arts, okay?